All right. Let's do this. Oh, I'm glad the beat stayed on. I just didn't want to lose the beat. I ain't gonna lie. I just wanted to keep the beat on. All right. Let me get this hooked up. This song just hits different, man. It's just this one. I got this one saved, man. This one saved my normal playlist. Like real, like actual song. Alphabet Soup is different. How we doing? Oh my goodness. What? Sorry. If y'all want to if y'all want to get hype. Sorry. Oh my gosh. This one is just different. Chat, we here. We here, man. It's Sunday. We a little later than usual. But the good thing is I already got the inactive list. Malik Willis. Oh, you changed. All right. TB12 time. What's going on, man? The better TB12. Oh, snap. Bold prediction. Hold up. I like that. Highlights. The only pregame show I watch. Oh, Tony. Hey, stop it. Appreciate you coming in, man. Is your dad there? Not yet. Oh, my gosh. That song is so... Okay, I'm sorry. I got to stop it now. But we'll get it back on. That one just separates it. I got another one like that. It just hits. But the other ones are kind of just like, all right, you know, it's all right. But we'll rock with the other ones because you're solid. But he will be here for the game. I think we're also going to have a Browns fan here as well, so that should be interesting. I don't know who's going to be here, though. You know, that's just kind of how it goes. I just like, oh, here we are. You know, like I just don't know who's going to be here. But let's throw this up because we already have the inactive list. We already got the inactive list. Can I put on normal music? Can I just like put on, you know? Like, what should can I just do that? Dirty Dan, that's a good one, I think. Hey, okay. Let's throw that up. All right. We got the inactive list for the Lions already. I wouldn't say there's a ton of surprises here. The reason being is because we kind of got like a hint towards this last night. You know, I was going to save that for today. But we got a hint towards this. You know, they kind of like gave us like the little, you know, hey, here's what's probably going to happen. Because they gave us some roster moves. All right, so I'll roll through those. Then we can take a look at the inactive list. Roster moves. First off, the Detroit Lions. They have elevated kicker Rosas from the practice squad. So Aldrick Rosas is going to be the starting kicker for this game. All right, so we knew there was that battle between him and Riley Patterson, the rookie from Memphis. And there's Rosas, who's been in the league for a little while, is more of a vet. I kind of had the feel maybe Lions would go with the vet, but I didn't know. All right, so yesterday they elevated Rosas. It's like, okay, you don't really need two kickers. So as you can see, inactive is Riley Patterson. So they're going to go with the vet kicker. I would say vet because he's been in the league for like 4 years, at least compared to Riley Patterson. They also have elevated guard, whose name I cannot remember right now. The dude out of Notre Dame. Tommy Kramer. Tommy Kramer's been elevated, probably just for depth purposes. All right. As you can see, we don't have Matt Nelson, so maybe that's part of the reason as well. And they probably want to use him for O-line. You know, they probably just want to use him. And also... Oh, I forgot the other one. Hold up. Y'all chat. Just let me back up and just let me look at the post, man. I'm sorry. I forgot that. Look. Here, just sometimes it just goes this way. All right. So here's the roster moves. Okay. They signed Tom Kennedy, which when I saw that, I was like, okay, that probably means Benson is out. We knew he was questionable. That probably means he's out. As you can see, he is. And they've also waived Kevin Strong, and they had to do that to sign Tom Kennedy. Now, I'm assuming they had to sign Tom Kennedy because of how many times they probably elevated him. So it was like, if you want him to play, you got to elevate him. So again, just depth purposes there. So to do that, they had to waive Kevin Strong. And I'm assuming they'll try to put Kevin Strong back on the practice squad if they can do it. You know, that's kind of my thought process there. But now let's take a look at this inactive list because there's some good news within here. All right, and we have some big updates. So let's... Hey, okay, stop. Hey, how we doing? How we doing, everybody? Why didn't you go to the game? I mean, okay, I was going to go with the Browns fan, but he had to work, so it's like, all right, cool, we just won't go. But I'm going to Thursday. I'm going to Thanksgiving. So it's like, hey, you know, I like streaming too, you know. Former Michigan receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones not playing. Oh, we gonna get to that side, okay? But look at he breaking news early. We finna take this dub. I like it. I love it. Well, I wonder if Boyle doesn't play good today. Will Blau start on Thanksgiving? I don't think so. You know what? That's a good question because it's a short week. I don't know what Goff's health will be at. Like, if Goff is healthy, I think Goff becomes the starter again, unless Boyle kills, like, he just lights it up today, you know? But you're right. If Boyle doesn't play good, and then Goff is still not healthy, they might go to Blau, maybe. You know, that's possible. I could see that. Who's kicking for us? So yes, Aldrich Rosas, who was fantastic in 2018. He struggled a little bit since then, but he's got a boot. Like, they trust him to kick 58 plus. So he's got that to his game. It's just been really beyond 40. He's been kind of up and down, but he's got a real big leg. You know, inside that, he knocks all of them through usually. So, and he's had some game winners in his career. So, yeah, that should be interesting. But Trinity Benson's out, not a big surprise. And again, that's why Tom Kennedy's probably been signed for that reason. Trey Flowers, we knew about this one on Friday. It's sad, but we knew about it. Jared Goff, he's out. Okay, this one was kind of expected as well. He didn't practice, so it was kind of like, yeah, he's not going to play. He was listed as doubtful, but we knew he wasn't going to play. Jermar Jefferson, we knew this one too. It's sad, but we knew it. Jesse Lamagna, I'm saying it like that because it sounds cool. He's out. All right, probably just for, you know, a healthy scratch there. Matt Nelson, we knew who's out. Riley Patterson, you know, because Aldrich Rosas can be the kicker. You don't need two kickers. So there's that. And all that means is really good news. It means Tim Boyle is likely the starter. It also means Taylor Decker's playing. And that's, you know, pretty much it. I mean, anybody that was questionable, like, there's no, I wouldn't say there's any big surprises there. So that's the Lions inactive list. Let's move over to the Cleveland Browns and see if they got theirs thrown up. I don't know if they put it up on here or if they put it on their app or they put it on their website. Okay, they put it on their website. See, Browns be doing things goofy over there. This is the Browns. Anthony Schwartz. Okay, we knew that one. Donovan Peoples-Jones, there it is. My man, Michael, broke the news there. So he's out. He's questionable. I thought he was going to play. So that is a pretty big loss, you know, for them in their passing attack. All right, Troy Hill, he's out. We knew this one. That's their slot. AJ Green, depth purposes. Tack McKinley, who's the other questionable. He's also out for this game. And who do we wrap this up with? Oh, Odin Igbo. Oh, and Sheldon Day's also in here. Okay, so that's their inactive list. A couple of the questionables did not play, but we know that really their trenches are healthy. Their O-line, their D-line, it's pretty healthy, so they'll be good there. Game time, baby. Let Russ cook. Let Tim Boyle. Oh, snap. Stop. That's too heat. That's too much heat. Not Santoso. No, Santoso gone. I'm a little sad for him, you know, because it stinks to see a guy lose a job, but he's gone. You know, TB12 starting. I'd be surprised if Goff plays the rest of the season, honestly. I wouldn't. I feel like if he's healthy, I think he'll come back. Like, I think they'll start him again. Tim Boyle would have to play well because Dan Campbell does believe he gives him the best shot. But at the same time, I think they really do like Boyle. You know, I think they like Boyle as a backup. So if Boyle does play well and Goff is like, I think they'll go with Boyle. If he lights it up, then I think, you know, he'll remain a starter. Like, if you win with a backup and he lights it up, you can't put the other guy back in, I feel like, if your offense is struggle. But I don't foresee him lighting it up. You know, I don't see that happening, but I think he could help us. And like I said, man, I think we could definitely win with us because he's healthy. And I think a healthy Boyle just makes sense over an injured Goff. It just makes sense. It just too much sense. You know, that doesn't make sense to put an injured Goff out there. So I do have a couple of clips that I want to throw in, but we'll see. You know, we'll see. That's a bold prediction. I ain't mad about it. We'll see, though. Is Landry on IR? Is he playing? Landry is playing. He's talking about the receiver Jarvis. You're talking about Jarvis. He's playing. Can we trade for Mike White? Okay. I mean, hey, not anymore because the trade deadline's back. I don't know who Mike White is, but I rock with it. I don't know who that is, but yeah, I'm always open to it if it was possible. Hey, Dan have something up his sleeve with Tim. I think he do. Look, Tim can play. And I just hope they trust him. But at the same time, I know they worried about him forcing some passes. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of what we saw last week and see a little more passing depending on the weather. By the way, let's look up Cleveland's weather before we get to this clips that I got. Oh, look at this typing. This is next level. Browns weather. Is that the way to do it? I don't know. All right, stadium cast. Let's see. Oh, showers today. Okay. Showers. 11.5. That ain't too windy. This is a terrible. Okay, here we go. Showers, high near 47. 9 to 11. Chance of precipitation is 100%, so it's probably going to rain. 100%. Okay, that's bold. Chance of rain. So, okay, it's going to be raining today, which means that ball going to be slippery. Now, Boyle got bigger hands because he's a taller dude, so I'm just assuming he got bigger hands. And he can flip that thing. Flip that thing? He can flip it like a kicker. No. Sorry, we lost today, but it's probably going to be a lot of raining. You know, but the weather's not too bad. It's not like it's cold, so I ride with it. And it's not super windy either, so that should be good. All right, let's take a look at these. Take a look at this film stuff. Do I got to pull it up yet? I do. Okay. Let me get this slid over. This is a lot of brown stuff and just things that I'm kind of expecting to see. There it is. Oh, I hate when it's small like that. Okay, I'm going to have to make it big again. Hold up. We can't have it small like this. You won't be able to see anything. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Make this much bigger. There it is. Now you can see. There it is. All right, let me fill this in. Bam, full screen that thing. Oh, stop. I gotta make myself smaller. See, I be in the way too, and I don't even realize it. Let me make myself a little smaller. I should just have a scene that goes right to this. And why do I have this? This is supposed to look cool, guys. I'm sorry. This did not go as planned. All right, we got the film stuff. All right, we good. Let's back this up. Okay, let's do this. I might see deep shots today, possibly a couple. The Lions try to dial them up occasionally. Like last week, they tried to have a couple dialed up, just to keep the defense honest. They just didn't convert. The first one, we saw that one. After that, everyone we tried to dial up was usually a sack, so it was kind of like, all right. But I feel like, we'll see that in the game plan. We know he's got a big arm, so they'll trust him, I think, to push it, because Boyle probably wants to push the ball. I think what'll be interesting is we could see a little more rollouts today. I think we may see them try to move the pocket today with some rollouts. I expect them to do it pass protection plans anyways, so they may just design some rollouts for Boyle, probably to get him comfortable, allow him to kind of throw in a move. I know he's a pocket quarterback, but he does have some athleticism, and let him kind of fire some things, keep the coverage reads easy for him. I feel like we may see some of those early, but let's take a look at this, because I feel like actually Goff is taller than Boyle. There you go. Hey, too big, do it. You know what? Goff's slim. He make you think he's shorter because he's slim. How do they stick with Tim when his preseason was horrible? I didn't think his preseason was horrible. I honestly did not. Watching it back, I thought he was actually fine. I just think we kind of let him down, to be honest with you. But that's how we do. We drop passes. We miss blocks. But it's better since then. I think it's going to be better. Those things are always important, though. Hold up. Let me fix this. Blau did play well in the preseason. I'll give you that. I think he did play well in the preseason. I think y'all played him in the preseason, especially when you look at the stat side. But I don't think we helped him. All right, I want to look at this Browns offense a little bit, because this is one thing we're going to see a ton is they're going to spread you out. Like I said, they do a real good job of mixing this from empty to under center handoffs. Like, they do a real good job of that, but they love spreading it out. And this is something I noticed early with Baker Mayfield, is he leans on his pre-snap reads. Like, he'll see something that he likes. If he diagnoses, I think this is cover 2, then he'll know where to go with the football. So he does a lot of pre-snap reads. There's nothing wrong with that. So a lot of quarterbacks do. They know where they're going before they throw it. Baker does that a lot of times as well. But where you can get him in trouble is you can disguise things. And I think the Patriots got him in trouble a few times with that, because he'll force things that aren't there, because he'll look at it pre-snap and expect it to be there. So when he's on time, especially if you get pressure, like if you blitz him, but if you can get there with 4, hopefully we can. I can't really say I think we will, because we have it, and this is a good old line. But you can cause some issues with turnovers. All right, so let's start there. This is one, he's kind of reading this pre-snap. It looks cover 2. I mean, you can see 2 guys are playing half the field. They drop in his own coverage, but he knows where he's going with it pre-snap. Okay, attack the middle of the field. They bring some pressure, but they pick it up, hits the middle of the field. Easy. He's good at doing this. That's probably one thing I really like. But again, like I said, I think you can get him in trouble with this, because he's a matchup guy. He sees matchups that he likes. He likes his tight ends. He likes his running backs. All right, here's you go. Pre-snap, man coverage. He likes his matchup here. Tight end on a safety. So he's going there. Now, the safety undercuts. This makes a great play, right? And they get some pressure as well. Okay, I guess we're just flipping to the other side of the football. My bad. I guess I ordered these terribly. So I'm going to flip this back to our offense, and then I'll flip it backwards. Okay, stop. Like a slinky? No, that doesn't make sense. All right, this is what I like offensively. The same way you got to disguise things defensively, I think offensively, you got to keep them mixed up, and you got to set things up, but you got to throw a lot of different looks at them with the run game. Not many teams, and I think we're going to get an ad here, just assuming it's Spotify. Yes, we got an ad. Okay, great. Not many teams are able to just go at this team and just pound the rock. They have one of the top run defenses in football. They have one of the top front fours, so it's tough to do that. So then you got to keep things mixed up, just have them see different looks, and the Patriots had a sequence that was beautiful. All right, they went to a run play. That same run. Then they came back the very next play, hit him with this end around. Now they have speed at linebacker. They're much smaller at linebacker. They have big D linemen. So what you got to do is, man, you got to really do a good job of just throwing different looks at them to just make them hesitate. Because it's hard to run to the outside because they got a lot of speed and their corners tackle well. But it's also hard to run inside because they have a really good D line that blows things up over and over and over. So I think throwing different looks is good. So they throw them with this, little end around. All right, so now they're looking for that. The very next play, this is 3 plays in a row they did this. This is beautiful. They show the end around again. Watch this. All right, bam. Fake handoff. Oh, you're thinking end around. And just look at how it hesitates these linebackers. Look at these linebackers here, how they kind of dive in, and then they hit you with this slip screen with the running back. This is just, It's really well done, and it just caused them to hesitate long enough for this play to get set up for a solid gain. I think the Lions got to be all over that. Because if you can, I always say that, if you can go downhill and just run all over him, go for it. Like, hey, more power to you. I just don't anticipate you being able to do that because they got a real good front four. I know our O-line's solid, but their front four is where they make their money. That's where they put their money. So it's going to be tough to do that. Turning in live from First Energy Staining. Oh, snap! Jason, hold up. You got a good view of that, my guy. Chubb be scary. Chubb do be scary. We're going to get to that. Chubb be very scary. I'm sure President Triboyle and Blau, I'm sure will use rest of the season. Maybe. We'll see. Probably won't either anyway. Let's just see. Okay. If we get, I'm sorry, I can't read. It's early. I'm behind, so I'm trying to hurry up and read these. If we do a good job on that workhorse, Najee, then why not Chubb? Very true. That's very true. They had a good test coming into this. You make a good point there. Browns O-line is great. They are very great. They're going to try to run all over us. That's what they do. They run the football, man. They run it. Dan Campbell knows they run it. Force some turnovers. Got to win the turnover battle. That's one of the base points, like the Steelers game. If you lose this turnover battle, like Cincy, you in trouble. You in trouble. Another thing that would be great is if we can get up early. Because when you get up early on the Browns, you make it a little bit more one-dimensional. You're in a real good spot. I just don't, getting up early. That for the Lions, that might be 7, but double digits, that doesn't really happen with them. Like the Patriots, they got up early. They got 24-7 because Baker threw a big pick, so they won the turnover battle there, and they just scored early. So they got up early, but they took their points when they had it. When they had a field goal opportunity, they took their points and didn't go for it, and they didn't turn it over. So that would be great if we could do that. I just don't expect that to be able to happen. Case Keenum is better than Baker Mayfield. I believe Baker Mayfield will hand us a win. I hope so. Case is solid. Case is a really legit backup. Bro, you think about what he did with Minnesota. He can win games. So you're right. Case is very solid. He's not chubby. Oh, okay. Hey, I'll give you that. Tim, the oil can boil. All right. Okay, that's a new one. All right, let's do this. Maybe they call him that somewhere. Okay. Now, like I said, I just like Keenum Mix. Now, what you'll notice is teams, if you watch all 22, or you just watch other teams play the Browns, if you've watched the Browns play this year, teams attack them a lot of the same ways. All right, screens are the first thing that come to, how do we slow down pass rush? Well, screens. That's true. But the issue is their D-line is very smart. They're very good at this. And this is why I think you use what they're good at against them. Very smart D-line. All right, so make them overplay things. Linebackers are super fast. Make them overplay things. But you got to set them up. You're going to have a couple plays where maybe they don't go super well to set up other things. All right, you have to set them up. But screens, they sound like a great idea. But as you'll see here, they play it really well. They recognize it quick. Look at 97. Look how fast he picks this up. This is Malik Jackson. And he's like, hold up. I see that he's not blocking like a pass play. This is a screen setup. So he's just diagnosing this quick. And Anthony Walker, you see how fast he picks this up as soon as he realizes that this is a screen, and they jump on this fast and blow it up. Fast linebackers, so you got to make them, overplay something. Owusu-Koramoah, you're going to see him a ton today because they love playing him. You just didn't see him because he was injured. Now he's going to be playing a lot. Another fast linebacker. He overruns things. We know that back in college. So that's how you got to get him to play. I think we'll have some clips of that. Now we're back on the defense side of the ball. I'm sorry. But this is my point earlier, is you have to disguise things defensively because he's a pre-snap read guy, right? He sees things, he sees matchups that he likes. So watch this, all right? He's looking at this, probably thinking, all right, I got this out route timing. He sees how much space and how much cushion, they're going to bound. I think this is Jalen Mills. But what he didn't notice was this outside linebacker drop into this coverage. He didn't notice that. So when he sets this up, right, holding it left and coming back right, and because there's pressure, he can't hold on to this football. So hopefully we can get pressure with 4. But then he comes back and sees that, oh, snap, this guy's here. I didn't notice it. That's where I was going with the football. And he's got to throw it anyway. Very dangerous throw. He's actually lucky he got hit because that could have been a pick. So hopefully we get pressure with 4 because that'll help a ton. But like I said, they love to go to this empty stuff. And, like I said, another matchup here, right? Pre-snap read. Okay, man coverage across the board. Who's got cushion? They're putting a linebacker on my running back. That's where I'm going with the football. So if you can just disguise things and make him see things different post-snap. Show something pre-snap. We do a great job of this. I actually give Aaron Glenn a lot of credit. He drops his linebackers to play that thief role. He'll drop outside linebackers, he'll drop pass rushers, and then he'll also slide his safeties up, post-snap. So you won't know what's coming. He does a good job of that. I think that'll be an advantage for us, is to just get kind of trickery on him. What was this? Hold up. What was this play? I don't know why I saved this play. Oh, I just want to show you this slide protection. Okay, they're going to slide it left. I think we'll have to do things like this, protection plans, just to try to get rush off them because I mean, like I said, their front four eats. This was interesting. This is a cool screen. I just want to show y'all. Look at this screen that they run. I thought this was really cool because the teams like to run a lot of screens outside the tackle box. They like a lot of receiver screens, tight end screens. I think they can get outside, away from this D line. They love to run screens against the team to slow down the rush, but they try to do it outside to get rid of their defensive line. This play was interesting, though, because they went right at him. I like how they did this. They sold this well. All right, maybe you're thinking play action, so the defensive line, they're attacking at this point because you got to look how far they are. At this point, the play action gets them to bite down the run. So at this point, they're going downhill. And now they're going at it, right? Because this looks like a normal pass rush play. They leaked this out. Look how they slipped this screen out past the line of scrimmage. I just thought that was real creative. We can do something like that to help slow down this rush. That would be great. That would be awesome. Oh, and I like this too. Like the Bengals threw out some trickery too. Just watch the linebackers on this play. All right, watch 44 and watch Anthony Walker. Watch 44 here. Watch this. So he sees the handoff, and as soon as he sees it, he stops because the running back also stops. So he's thinking, oh, let's run. Then all of a sudden you get this pitch back. He's like, oh, snap. And all of a sudden he's late. Anthony Walker's trying to run over and help over. Mixon's wide open. You hit him with the little trickeration there. I love that. Teams do this too. A lot of misdirection. Love the misdirection, this team. Because, again, it's hard to win straight up. It's hard to go, hey, one-on-one, let's block Myles Garrett. Let's block this guy. Let's block Clowney. Because they're a 4-3 base defense. They'll get a lot of 4-2-5 looks. They're athletic, so it's hard to just run right at them. So misdirection, I think we'll see that a lot today. The Lions do this anyway. But this one is a fake off the misdirection, little rollout, and they got a tight end wide open. You can see their linebackers, again, they get lost on this play. They're all out of the play. And no one even accounts. They don't see the tight end who just leaks out. So you just got to get a lot of things going that they have to look at. Here's another one. They ended up motioning in their tight end. And big part here, receivers better be blocking. All right, now guess who's making his debut? Josh Reynolds. He'll block. Receivers, please help us. Receivers need to slide in, crack block some of these linebackers, bam, like that, to open up some space. Now the corners do tackle well. Troy Hill's not out there, but they do tackle well. Come on, man. I mean, it ain't going to be easy. You're going to have to throw a lot of little trickery stuff at him, I think, to try to keep him guessing. Unless you can win in the trenches. If you can straight up win there, go for it. I just don't know if you will. Because they're really good. Like, I know what we're trying to build and what we want to be. And I know against some teams we can have success. I actually think we won, arguably, in the trenches against the Steelers. But the Browns they're different, man. They're different. Okay, let me pull this up. Just get these stats on the screen. I mean, we don't really have to, break none of this down, but I just wanted to pull it up. That way we can see it as I read chat and we go through our predictions and stuff. I want to make this much smaller, too. I don't like all this, outside stuff. Yes, there. Yes, I like that. Ooh, how small can I make this, actually? Yes. All right, chat, one second. I'm going to try to make this smaller. That way it's not annoying with all this stuff on the side. Okay, there we go. Nice. That looks good. So my guy's at the game. Man, okay, here we go. What we talking about, chat? We say Lions money line? What is it? Wait, hold up. Is money line the one where it's straight up? I don't remember how that works. What's the money line again? Weather update from First Energy Stadium at 12 p.m. Eastern. Light rain and cold. Oh snap! My dude's there. Shout out to my dude Jason. Shout out to Jason. Hey, hold up, Jason. We gonna have to go live to you for the weather report. You gotta get the microphone, get an umbrella, and you just gotta stand there. Like they do on TV. That's what we need. Look for a carbon copy game today like the Pittsburgh game. So there you go. That's on the field. Where else do you get that? Where else do you get on the field reporting? This ain't me looking at the weather report. This is my dude who's there. Where do you get that? First-hand experience. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Jason. We need to execute on the counter. I'm agreeing big time. We've had this executing them counters, the misdirections. We'll have some good ones, but a lot of times it ain't super good. But we do try it a lot. If you get these linebackers picking up, here's the thing with their linebacker group. It's small. Anthony Walker, very heady player, but he's not great one-on-one in coverage, so you can attack him in the pass game if you like that matchup. I do like that matchup. I like Hockenson on Anthony Walker. I see a lot of JOK on Anthony Walker. JOK literally said Hockenson is their best player. That's what he said, and he'll be playing a lot. So I expect a lot of that matchup, which is tough because he plays like a cornerback, so that's not going to be an easy one. So maybe you look to Brock Wright. Anytime you get lined up by Anthony Walker, good, but he's a very heady player. He picks up things fast. But the thing is, man, these linebackers are just smaller. They're fast. They're sideline to sideline. So if you can get them overflowing one way, or you can just simply pick them up with receivers, you can move these guys. A receiver can move a linebacker. You could lay out one of these linebackers, if they're flying one way or another full speed. So you just got to be willing to block, I think, for the receiver spot. And that's why the guys that will be willing to block, I think, will play, like a Josh Reynolds. Hey, Reynolds making his debut. I'm excited for that. Browns passing D gets soft inside of 20. Good point. Good point, Samuel. Hey, that's a very good point. I mean, even the numbers. I mean, look at their red zone defense isn't great. Their passing defense is okay. This is their offense. My bad. I'm like these numbers don't look right. This is their defense. Samuel made a great point. Because look at that. I mean, you look at their pass defense. Statistically, it's just kind of eh. And then even in the red zone, like their red zone, they've had struggles there stopping teams once they get inside the 10 to 20. That's actually an area where the Steelers were really good. We just didn't. They did stop us inside the 20, didn't they? Right? We had the tight end screen that was blown up. We just scored outside of the 20 a couple times. Yeah, I think we scored outside. Yeah, both of our runs were big, so it wasn't like we scored inside there. So this is not a great red zone defense. Hopefully we can get into the red zone today. That'd be beautiful. We'll see. This is Tim Boyle's first NFL game. This is his first debut as an NFL player. That's exciting for him. I know he'll be hype. And he's knew this for a couple of days, so he knew it was going down. He's like, all right, I know what's happening. 49ers play calling. Use Swift like Debo. There you go. Yeah, you got Jamal. You can use that. 2 running back sets. I'm down with that. Heck yeah. Baker is active today. I think Boyle will bring some energy for us. I think so too. He gonna be hype. Did you cover the report from Jason Locke and Fora? No, I don't even know. I don't know what it is. What is it? Yeah, money line is straight up win. Okay. And then you get isn't it there's like numbers because the Lions aren't favored, so you get more because if you bet the Lions, isn't it? I think that's how it works. The troops are out, so cool. Go Lions. The troops are out. There you go. I want to see that though. I did not see the Lock and Fora thing. I want to check that out now you said that because he usually do be having some rumors and stuff. Jason is it like a rumor? All right, let's see. Is it new? That's a question too. Spec lineup changes. Nick Chubb starts running back and Njoku starts at tight end too. Okay. So here we go. Lions play calling changes were a long time coming. This one? Maybe that one. Okay. All right. Well, I'll check that out later. Maybe that's the one you're talking about. I'll check that out later. Let me pull this back up. Oh, making staff changes after the season. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it just makes sense. And I like I said, I don't think Anthony Lynn will want to. I don't think he'd stay here to just coordinate. It's cool for the rest of the year. It's a fine job. There's a lot of coordinators that do this, but it doesn't make sense. I don't think for him. I think he'll have opportunities to possibly be at least a play caller, maybe even a head coach at some places at some different levels. So for him, it probably makes more sense to take that opportunity because I think at this point it's hard. I feel like it's difficult to be like, all right, hey, I took over play calling. You're still coordinating, but I took over the play calling side. And then all of a sudden let him start calling plays again. I feel like once you kind of dive into that, you're like, okay, we've done this. We can't really take the step back and be like, all right, hey, Anthony Lynn, you can call plays again. I just don't see that happening. I don't know if Dan Campbell's going to be a play caller going forward. Let's say after this year, I don't know if he's going to continue to be a play caller. Maybe you get a new OC in here and that guy starts play calling. But it feels like you're kind of too far along to go back at this point. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. I will be live from Buffalo Wild Wings in Prescott, Arizona. There you go. Okay. From B-Dubs. Yes, sir. Oh, because they got all the games on. I see. Hey, that's the coolest way to watch. I'm going to be honest. It's the coolest way for me to watch a game. Man, back in the bro, we did when they had the outages. Back in the day, I feel like the internet wasn't as big then, So it was Monday Night Football, anything on ESPN, we'd have to go watch those. We have to go to B-Dubs. I mean, that's the best way to watch it. Those were always so hype. Oh, man, those were always hype. I watched the Seattle game where the ball was punched out of the end zone, the Kelvin Johnson one. I watched that one at B-Dubs. I remember the Bears one, the Javid Best huge game. Bro, oh, snap. There's a lot of memories in there. Anthony Lynn's play calling is so bad since he's been in L.A., yeah, I mean, shoot, I don't agree with everything he's doing. I also don't agree with every play call Dan did last week, but at the same time, I feel like it was his first time, so I think there's a lot of learning that can go on there. And I think that if he's willing to, which I think he is, I think he's one of those dudes that are all right, I messed up. I wasn't perfect, so I can learn from he actually may be better at that, maybe judging himself than judging others. He may be better at that, okay, I'm hard on myself, so I know this got to be better. Here's where I can be better. And I think he can. I think there's a lot of creativity that we need to get involved that we didn't last week against, who was it, Cleveland. And I think some of that obviously had to do with Goff's injury. And they didn't have a Boyle to go to, so they just rocked with Goff. I think a lot of that had to do with his injury because they were just we don't have another place to go, right? I mean, it was we just gonna rock with it. And that's why they kept it so limited. But I still do feel like there were some things that they could have thrown in there, but they probably felt limited by that. And this week, they shouldn't feel limited by Tim Boyle being there. They should be able to open up their offense again, but I think they may actually try to pull him back a little bit because they know that he's going to probably take some chances that could result in the turnovers, which you don't want to have because you know if you lose the turnover battle, you're going to be in trouble against Cleveland. Like if you find yourself down double digits against Cleveland, you're in a real bad spot because they're built to play like that. They have a good secondary with playmakers all over, ball hawks all over, and then all of a sudden they got a top front four in football. So you find yourself behind this team, and that's what you have to go against. Like, oh, snap, you're going to be in trouble already there. And now offensively, their run game, they're just going to pound the rock. And you can see offensively, we'll look at those stats. First in yards per carry, first in yards per game. Nick Chubb is playing. He's averaging 6 yards a carry, which is just crazy, over 700 yards this season. All right, passing, they're okay. They're actually similar stats to what we got passing the football, if I'm being honest. A lot of these are similar. Are these our stats? Hold up. These are like our passing stats for real. But they do play a lot off the run game. Like Campbell said, they're going to try to run every game. They're going to try to play through Nick Chubb every single game, win or lose. That's how they're going to play the game. So if we could jump up, that'd be great to take that element away from them and force Baker to try to come back and beat you without his Donovan Peoples-Jones. That'd be fantastic. I would love to get our front four eaten, get some pressure, but hey, we'll see. Deuce might get his opportunity. That's a good point, too. He might. Yeah, it might become Deuce. And I'd be very happy for Deuce if he got that opportunity because, they asked him about it, but, if you know Deuce's background, he wanted to become the offensive coordinator with Philly. That's his goal. He wanted to be the OC. And I know they technically offered him the job, but they offered him the job without allowing him to call plays. So he's like, I'm not taking that job. And then here we offered him kind of like a promotion. We kind of gave him like a bigger role on paper. We're allowing him to kind of be in the meetings, help with the coaching stuff. So that'd be a cool role for him. I know he wants to do it. He even said it. Yeah, he's definitely going to do it. He's not locked into that right now, but clearly that's his goal. And I think he deserves a shot at it. I feel like he does. He's done a real good job as a running backs coach for the decade that he's done it. I think maybe even longer than that with Philly. He was there for 9 years. So I think he deserves a shot somewhere. And that'd be cool if Andy Lynn's not here, which is very possible after the season. And I think it'd be really cool to see him get a shot, calling plays as well. So I'd be down with that. And I think that they'd be on the same page. Because I think a big reason you hired Anthony Lynn is because he was a run game coach. And that's also what Deuce Staley is, of course, known for. He's a running backs coach. So I think him and Dan would be on the same page with that. So I'd be down for that. I really would. I don't see the 3rd and 10 running plays today. You don't see that? Never worked last week. Hey, we did pick up one, all right? So don't say never because we did pick up one. We could have picked up the other one from midfield, man. We definitely could have if Swift would have followed his blockers, bro. He cut back and was like, Swifty, what are you doing? I even think the first one we could have picked up if it wasn't for Taylor Decker stopping on the play, man, because he just stopped blocking. And it was like, oh, my gosh, we could have picked that up, bro. But I'm with you. I think we will see less of that today. I think we will. I think we will because Boyle's healthy. And if you don't trust the quarterback, he wouldn't be out there. So I feel like you're going to have that trust to have him throw the football. Now, if we're in the red zone, maybe they'll just hand it off because it's it's hard to punch it in from here, so we'll just take our points. But I'm with you. I think we will see more. I think we would have seen more throwing last week from Goff. I think they would have called more of those on those situations. And I think they would have done it more early downs if he wasn't hurt, because remember they went to it at the end of the game when they were they had to do it, so they had to have him do it. And I think it was always there. They just didn't trust his ability to do it, And that's why I'm glad he's not playing today, because if a guy didn't practice all week and it's he wasn't good enough to practice, and you're gonna put him out there on Sunday, I don't want to see the Lions limited like that offensively. That's not gonna help you. The defense is just gonna dial it up, and they're gonna be like, okay, we know that you're not going to do certain things offensively, so I don't want that. I like having Boyle because, there's that factor of, you never see him start. But there's always a factor of, everything could be on the table. Everything could be on the table. And they like this dude. I feel like they really like Tim Boyle and they trust him. So I think you're right. I think they're going to have a lot of things open. I believe Dan Campbell is trying to prove the organization and fan base we can win without Jared Goff. I don't know. I don't know if it's a prove it thing. I feel like he just wants to win games. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they look at that. I feel like he just wants to win. If that's with Goff, then he'll want to win. If it's not with Goff, he'll want to win. I don't think it's it could be, but why would, you know what I'm saying? Why would that help him trying to win with someone else? If he feels like Goff is the best chance, bro, Goff better be out there then, because you got to win games to keep your job. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he don't want to be 0-8-1, You know, so he's like, dude, because even if you go 0-16-1, I mean, I'm just saying that's not a good look. Like, you're in a real, like, Sheila Forehand ain't gonna be happy with that. I'm just saying she won't be. You know, even with everything that's happened, she ain't gonna be happy with you not winning a football game. You know, I don't know. I don't think they get too caught up in that. Like, the contract is what it is. It's a lot of money. You know, I think there's a reason they pay. It's not like LA had to pay Goff. Like, if you think about it, yeah, quarterbacks, they get paid as the top level. But if McVay and LA thought Goff was so trash that they literally could not pay him, they wouldn't have paid him. They would have just said, okay, you know what, we'll draft another guy. I'll draft my own guy. Because you got to remember, Sean McVay didn't bring in Goff. He was already there. And he still was on board with paying the guy. I think it's just that, hey, Stafford became available. We know the limitations with Goff, especially where he's at age-wise. Bro, Stafford's available. We trying to win now. Let's go get the guy that we believe is, you know, here. And they're getting paid the same amount of money, so it's not going to hurt us financially, really. It's not like we're taking a step back financially. We're now on broke. It's like, now we already paying Goff that money anyway, so let's just pay to the guy that we think is better right now that can help us right now. I think that's the right decision for them to make. But, like, they didn't. It's not like they had to pay. They weren't forced into a back. Like, they backed in a hole. Like, oh, we got to pay this dude. If he thought he was complete garbage, he could have just drafted a new guy and saved a lot of money. And then they could have just stacked the run game and stacked the defense like they did before. I'm predicting a blowout because of the Lions' terrible inconsistency between games. That's a good point. That's a very good point. They better come out and respond. One thing I noticed with Browns, and I know this isn't like something I can like back up with like stats, but I do believe that this is a team that if you get them in a hole or if you have them fight for 60 minutes, they'll kind of like slow down a little bit. Like I feel like the Lions team we saw last week did not stop fighting till they just kept coming at them. And that was really inspiring. If you play that way against the Browns today, I think you got a real chance as the game wanes on to just get a couple plays by them making some mistakes. You know, them doing some things that are just, they're not right. You know, them kind of just slowing down a little bit. I feel like this is a team that they're looking at this game as the Lions are saying, this is where we get right. And if you punch them in the mouth and you just keep swinging and swinging, like Dan Campbell keeps biting kneecaps against that team that's looking at this game as this is our get right game, you could beat them. You could definitely beat them as the game goes on. Like, I think this is one of those games, man, where you can wear them out as the game goes on. I know they're built to play this way, but they're 5-5. They're thinking, oh, this is the Lions. This is our get right game. We should go blow this team out. All of a sudden, you stick with them till the fourth quarter, and now they're like, oh, shoot, we're really playing this game with a team that hasn't won a game yet. This is really the game we're playing. Like, Pittsburgh, they are who they are. The Pittsburgh ain't going to, like, give up in any game. You know, they're just not wired that way. And I'm not saying the Browns will give up, but this is that game for them. They're looking at schedule, and we'd be doing the same thing as Lions fans. We'd be looking at it if we were 5-5, like, bro, we're playing a winless team. This is an easy dub. This is where we start our streak. Because now they're last in the division. They're starting to feel that. I think there's a big opportunity. Shout out to new subscriber, man. Appreciate you. What's the percentage we get our first win today? I want to say like 35%, like realistically. I feel like it's not 50, but I'd say 35. I think we could definitely win. There's a lot though with Tim Boyle that I'm just not sure how he's gonna respond. Because I know he's got a lot of ability. Like he can definitely play, bro. Like I know he can play. It's just different when you it's your first start. Like when the Packers GM I think said it. Like when the bullets start flying, it's different. It's a different ball game. We've seen the bullets start flying in preseason, but preseason is even different. There's a different level in the regular season. You know, I mean, it's just these games count. You know, teams are watching this everywhere, even if it's not for us, for other teams. We've seen guys come in as a backup, play really well, and get a huge payday elsewhere. And maybe it doesn't work out there, but they got that money because guess what? All of a sudden, I mean, you had a couple good games where you got an opportunity, and every team's looking at this saying, "Oh shoot, this guy can play." And teams with quarterbacks that they don't believe in, they may just take a shot and sign you because guess what? The salary cap's going up after this year, and he's only on a 1-year deal. 0% chance y'all getting clapped. Hey, shout out to the Browns fan. We got a Browns fan coming over to watch the game today, so he'll be with you. But I wouldn't even say that. Like, how you gonna say 0%? Because how we gonna trust you if y'all lose? Like you said, 0%. You guaranteed y'all can't lose this game. Come on, man. What up? Are you closer to Cleveland or Cincy? I think Cleveland. Definitely, I think Cleveland. But not by a lot. I don't think it's by a lot. Like Cincy, yeah, I'm definitely Cleveland. I think Cincy's probably another hour for me. Why not bring an XFL quarterback? What's his name? Bring in XFL quarterback. Oh, are you talking about Montez? No, Montez ain't an XFL quarterback. Was he? Hold on, I'm tripping. I don't think he was an XFL quarterback. I think I know who you're talking about. Oh, I know who you're talking. You're talking about the dude that he's not here anymore. If you're talking about the other guy, I can't think of his name right now, but he's not here anymore. Montez is here though. Okay, big question now. But do you think we're locked to have number one pick or no? Just curious. If we were to have number one pick, you think we trade back? Do I think we're locked? No, I don't think we're locked to have number one pick because I mean Texans are 1-8, so it's like I definitely think this team can win a few games this season. Like I feel like we could definitely get ourselves out. I don't think we're a lock. Do I think we trade out of it? It'd be hard to honestly say we trade out number, but like most, it's hard to find a team that really legitimately will trade out the one pick. Is on paper it's like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, trade out because you know if you're not taking quarterback at 1, but it's hard to say a team will trade out of the 1 pick. You know, like that's team. You just don't get the 1 pick like that. Like you get any choice of anybody you want. It's hard to say that the Lions would trade out of that because there's no risk. You take anybody you want on this whole board. This is all you, Brad. Take whoever you want. So I don't. But at the same time, like I could see doing it. You know, it's like I get more pick. You know how much teams give up just to move up a couple spots to get number 1? I just don't know the draft that well this year. Who are the inactives today? Jeffrey, good question. Let's throw up the inactives before we start going to predictions. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Hold up. Oh, we got some hype. Grant Delpit. Okay, Grant, what you doing? That wasn't that hype. I don't know was that a dance move? I'm not sure what that was. Okay. Oh, here we go. Baker Mayfield, a little behind the scenes. Baker, what you got? Okay, you look a little mobile. Look at that. What y'all think he's listening to? Is he listening to our stream? He might be. He listens to the stream. Hold up. We don't know. We can't confirm 100% that he's not listening to the stream. Okay, Tim Boyle. Look at TB. Look at TB. Oh, snap. Uh-oh. Hey, TB can play. I'm telling y'all right now. He'll make a couple plays where you're like, oh, snap. I didn't know he could do. Hey, he got the arm. Okay, here's Lions inactives. My bad. I'm off. This is the Lions inactives. Benson, Flowers, Goff, Jefferson, Lemonier. I say Lemonier because it sounds cool. Matt Nelson, Riley Patterson. That's Lions inactives. And then the Browns inactives. What do we got? Here we go, Brownies. Bro, like, why don't we post stuff like that? Like, here we go. Dude. Sorry. Oh, the Browns put it on a website. That's right. It's right here. And then this is the Browns inactives. A couple of the questionables, Peoples-Jones and Takk McKinley, are out. For us, it's really not a lot of big surprises. I'll just say this. Josh Reynolds making his debut. TB12 at the quarterback spot. What's another big headline? I think those are the two made headlines. I don't know of another big headline for this one. I think those are the two made headlines. Baker's playing. There you go. That's, I don't know. 33-16 in the first 3 quarters only. Please make wrong lines. Get him. Hey, Ken, I'm with you. Just come on, man. Come on. I'm with you, though. I feel like we'll score in that range. I think you have to score at minimum 17 to win this game. At the very minimum, you got to score 17 because I know the Browns will score. You might have to score more than that to be minimum. You might have to hit 20s today. We haven't hit 20s, I don't think, since week 1. You might have to hit 20s today. But a lot's got to go right to do that. I'm going to stick with mine 17-14. I got Lions. But here's the thing, man. It's a tale of two tales. Like, that's what we've been. After these tight games, it's been blowouts. So how do we respond to that? I think there's also schematics that go into it as well. But I just want to see this team out and fight, not just like, oh, we got Thursday game. Let's look ahead. Like, nah, bro, lock in. We just played a tight game. You tied. You're literally that close. Baby step. You're so close. Look at this. You see what I'm saying? So, come on, man. Come on. We got we'll go for a couple more minutes, then we're going to wrap up the stream. I got to get prepared for the live stream. So, tune back in. Everybody's in here. Shout out to everybody's in here. We're going to be live at 1 p.m. Eastern time to check out this game. Watch it live. Gotcha. I was wondering if you went or go to the Heights Travis Kelce school. No, I don't. But that sounds cool. I've never heard of that, though. Also, random question. Do you think Michigan has a chance this year? I do. I feel like Harbaugh's going to be ready for this one. And I'm thinking I feel like Harbaugh's always kind of came out and at least showed fight against this team. Defensively, I think we got killed with Don Brown, but I think they're ready. Like, I think that was their focus all year is how do we beat this team? And we heard that from the beginning of the season. So I think he'll give him a battle. Like, I don't think it'll be like the Michigan State game. At very least, they'll fight with him. Even if they don't have the same athletes. I think Reynolds will give us a couple chances. I think Reynolds can make some plays. I think he'll open up this offense for whoever is back there. Man, I was playing with Josh Reynolds on Madden last night, and he made me excited. I'm like, shoot, Josh, he kind of fast. Hey, I know it's Madden, but I'm just saying, like, it still gets you hype when they balling on Madden because you're like, oh, snap. And then, of course, Tyrell Williams gets in the game. Like, hold up, Tyrell, why are you playing? You're not even on this team. Of course, Madden's got to throw him in there and just bring up the sadness of him not playing at all this season. I got Tyrell Williams out there catching passes. I'm like, oh, my gosh, that was Tyrell. This isn't even, this dude's not even here anymore. So don't hit me with that, Madden. It's disrespectful. Here we go. All right. I love it. Ooh. Oh, I do have the intro. Oh, we can end it with that. Let's go, Hand. Hey, that's your dude, John. I also think it's crazy how different the Lions team started out against the 49ers, and now we're here. True. We're a very different team. We are very different. Oh, man. Bro, I really think that the loss of Frank Ragnow is very overlooked. And to me personally, I feel like I overlooked the loss of Frank Ragnow a lot. Because I think the trust we had in our front three for those first 4 weeks just made the game different for us. I know he had the jacked up snap, but like the pass protection, it was just, we played a different brand of football in these first 4, and it's just changed so much since he's went down. And we obviously there's been a lot of things that have compounded on top of it. I think a lot of things have changed with him going down, and I think we've seen the step back. Evan Brown's really solid one-on-one. He's a legit center, and I think he could go get signed somewhere else and possibly start somewhere else. I think he's that good at playing his one-on-ones, blocking, pass blocking. But I still think there's something to be said for a guy that's just that kind of new to be running the offensive line pass protection. Fantasy weeks that I hate. I have Chubb in my lineup. Can't really cheer for him. I'm in second place going, oh my goodness. I'm sorry, but you might have to put a different running back in. I'm just saying. Hey, Rodgers is happy that Boyle is making his first career start. That's awesome. That's all. Hey, he was going to take Rodgers' job in Green Bay. Y'all got to stop drafting people that we play. I know it's crazy because we play a lot of teams, but come on, man. Hey, just take them out of the lineup. I know it hurts, but just do it. You can't do that. All right. Let's get some predictions in the chat, y'all. What y'all think for this game? Let's get some score predictions. I said 17-14. I'm going to say offensively. Man. It's going to be a lot on play calling. I think Josh Reynolds is the player to watch. I think Boyle's going to hit us with some big passes. He might have a turnover today, which I hope not because I think we got to win that one. But I think he'll hit some big plays. The running backs are going to be huge. I would look for Brock Wright. Sleeper pick, Brock Wright. Look for Brock Wright to have some big plays. And I say defensively, I'm looking for Derek Barnes to play a lot to help us against the run. And, yeah, I would say look for Derek Barnes. I think he's going to play a lot more snaps than usual because you're going to have to be worried about, the run game. And they're going to play through it against us. They're going to in this kind of weather. So I would look for Barnes to be forced to play a lot. And I think that'll be okay. It'll be okay. Obviously, when an obvious pass down, they spread us out. We can put Jalen on the field. But I think we'll see a lot more of Barnes. Brown's decent. Brown's is very decent. They've shown like they're good, and they've shown they're bad. But it's week by week. They might have lost the Patriots big, but they've also played some good teams, and they've won some big games. So they're good. Like, we know what they're about. Exactly, Michael. Exactly. That's the story of the game, man. How are we going to respond? Are we going to get blown out like the last 2 times? Or are we going to respond like a good team does? They respond, they come back, and they forget about last week. 24-7. Ooh, I hope we score more than 7. I want more scoring. I hope we score more than 7, man. Just like a couple points, just to make it in. Oh, man. Lions accidentally win 28-24. I'll take that. I'll take the accidental wins. I'll take any kind of win. Hey, shout out to everybody that was in the chat, especially in the beginning. I know I missed some of y'all in the beginning. Shout out to everybody that was in there. I don't know if you guys are still here, but shout out to y'all for coming in, setting the tone. Set the tone this morning. There is a trend with this team. They played well last week, so blow up this week. I know, we got to break that trend, bro. But now we after the bye week. Got to break that. Lions are number 3 worst against the runs. Take him out. Youthful thing. Hey, I'm just saying, I can't do it. I can't. I know I had Justin Tucker in there, but I didn't even know I had Justin Tucker in there when we played the Ravens. So it ain't my fault. I didn't know. By the way, I don't even know if I have my kicker yet. I don't know how the waiver thing works in fantasy. I don't know how the waiver system works, so I don't know how I'm supposed to get my kicker. Like, is he on my team or not? I signed him, but he's not there. I have Derek Carr, I think, this week because all my quarterbacks are out. Anyway, all right. 28-21, Lions run game strong. Okay. Y'all go with some high-scoring games, man. If we score 20 points, I'd be hyped just for that alone. I'll be here during the stream. All right, my man. I feel bad for Detroit sports. You seem cool, though. Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Be good. We got to, hey, like Drake said, start from the bottom. That might be too old. We might not be able to use that one anymore. I saw what was it, a show? I was watching it last night. I think Family Guy, and he was like, that joke. You're in prison for that joke. Like, yeah, the joke police guy. And then the other one, so that might be one of those jokes that you just can't use anymore because it's just stopped. It's just too old. So that might be one of those. I believe in you, Dose, and I believe in Boyle. Okay, I love it. If everyone knows the Browns are running, can we try to stop the run? 8-man box all game. We probably will play a lot of that. But the issue is that the Browns, they change so quick. What they'll do is they'll go one play under center, and the very next play they'll spread you out and have 5 receivers. So it's like hard personnel-wise to match up, but they will be substituting. So, yeah, I would put a lot of 8 guys in the box, stop the run. I would, because they're a zone rushing team. You got to think, like, go back, Kevin Stefanski's from Minnesota, who was with Dalvin Cook. That's his background, is zone run, so we got to blow it up. Look for the athletic D lineman to hopefully set the tone. Michael Brockers, Levi, those dudes to me got to set the tone in this one and just have that quick get off to blow up some of these zone run plays and force them to pass, and then disguise some things, get a couple picks, and we win in this game. You think Will Jacobs will step up? I'm down with that. Let's do it. You believe that we will win? Oh, snap! That's the chant. Did the Lions waive that kicker we missed last week? Yes, he did. Starting kicker this week. Look out for him. That's the player to watch. Hold up. 17-14. He'd be at the game winner. I have him getting one early though. Rosas, Aldrich Rosas, the kicker tonight. All right, I'm gonna end this with the intro. I'll see y'all in about 30 minutes for the live stream. And here's the intro. Tune in. Here we go. Is it?
The city's been on the way to get up, and when you knock us down, we're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right, and we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down. We're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.